Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daphne and today we're talking about my 18th week of pregnancy. Alright guys, let's jump right into the stats and symptoms that I experienced this week. So I stepped on the scale this morning. I was 148 pounds, so that's another pound that I gained this week, which is fine. I think my goal is to kind of do between a half a pound and a pound a week, so I hit that, and that was all good. So I'm at a total of 4 pounds gained so far for this pregnancy, and I feel like that's on track. Like, you know, I'm doing okay, and I'm glad that I've started to gain, and that my gain at least this week was within the range that I was looking for. So that's great, and I'm happy with that. I was able to keep going to the gym this week and keep my motivation up. I didn't end up going on Friday because of this whole spiel that happened with my dogs. But anyway, I was able to go for the rest of the week, and I feel pretty good about that. So yeah, I'm happy with that. In terms of cravings this week, okay, I've had my first like weird pregnancy craving, and it was, so we have these tortilla chips that we've been kind of nomming on all the time, and I had the strongest craving to have tortilla chips with peanut butter, which sounds disgusting. I mean, it even sounds disgusting to me, but yeah, it was delicious, and I ate a good amount of tortilla chips with peanut butter this week, so I guess we can chalk that up to like weird pregnancy cravings. One of the negatives that I've started to notice this week, and I know this is just gonna get a million times worse, but I'm starting to notice that I'm feeling like pregnant. Like my back is starting to get kind of sore, and especially when I'm on my feet all the time. Like this week we are trying to like decorate our entryway, and so I decided to paint our front door black. I'll see if I have like a before and after picture that I can insert here. I can't guarantee you that I do, but if so, here's the before and here's the after. But anyway, I decided this week that I was going to do that, so I painted the door, and I'm painting like the whole entryway, and oh my gosh, you guys, I have like hiccups today for some reason. Anyway, so so I did that, and I'm just noticing that when I'm doing things like that, where I'm on my feet for long periods of time and just being really active, that my back is starting to hurt. And I know it's because my belly's getting bigger and my chest and everything. And I know it's just gonna keep getting worse, but I'm like, man, I'm starting to feel like really pregnant this week. Like I'm having the aches and pains of pregnancy, and I'm feeling big and stuff like that. So, oh, and I know it's gonna get exponentially worse, but that's okay. It's definitely starting. And then along with like the increased weight and like burden that I'm carrying with my belly, I'm noticing that when I'm going up the stairs, I'm not getting out of breath normally, but if I'm carrying Chloe, who's my 2-year-old, then I'm starting to get out of breath, and I get like halfway up the stairs, and I'm like, man, like this feels like an actual workout getting all the way up the stairs. So yeah, I just need to make sure that I'm staying up with my cardio, because it's not going to be easy for me to keep doing this. And I know this baby's gonna get big, and of course Chloe wants to be carried, you know, up and down the stairs. She just turned 2, and Nina, my 3.5-year-old, like she wants to be carried all the time too. I don't know, she's being kind of extra clingy this week, and I don't know if it's to do with the pregnancy or what, but just both of my girls want to be carried, and I'm just tired. Like I'm just starting to really feel the pregnancy, and I'm just tired, you guys. Okay, this next part is way TMI, so you're forewarned. I have noticed that I've started producing colostrum this week, which is the early form of milk, and I just started noticing that I'm getting, you know, a little bit of leakage, which is normal, I'm sure. And it's like, man, and I know it's not indicative. Like some people are like, oh, I've got colostrum at 18 weeks. I'm going to be, you know, the best nurser, and my milk supply is going to be awesome. Not the case for me. Like, you know, I'm just, I don't know, I guess my body's like, okay, you know, we'll start our subpar milk supply right now. So, you know, there's that, and I'm sure it's just going to get worse. But I have noticed my chest is really sore, and I'm sure that's why, is that things are developing and starting to produce milk, and it's like, I could have gone without this for like another 4 months, but that's okay. And then another thing that I've started experiencing this week is that I've started being really I've started thinking a lot about the birth and starting, I guess, to kind of mentally prepare myself for the fact that that is something that's coming. And one of the ways that I like to prepare for birth is that I just really get into watching birth vlogs on YouTube. And so I've just been like binge watching in the evenings, and like anytime that I'm just like, while I'm painting, I'll just have a birth vlog on. And I just watch like all kinds of different people's experiences, and it gets me excited, and I'm excited to film our birth. But I just have to be careful because I feel like when I watch these things, like it sets certain expectations in my head about how things like either should go or whatever. And I know that, you know, you have like a 1 in 3 chance of a C-section if you live in the United States, and I do. And with my complication history, like I desperately don't want to have a C-section. I really don't want to have a C-section. I think that would really freak me out. And, you know, I don't want to deal with the recovery. And I've had 2 vaginal births so far, and I liked that. So I'm obviously hoping that I can have a third. And I really hope that I have an uncomplicated, like, I've been watching all of these birth vlogs, and I think it's so exciting watching people like get contractions at home, and they're like, is this labor? Is this not labor? And they're like timing their contractions and stuff. Like, I never got to do that because I had preeclampsia, and you know, my blood pressure was really high, and I would go into an appointment here or there, and then I would get, you know, sent immediately from my appointment to the hospital without even having time to, you know, get my bag or anything. It was like emergency situations. So, you know, and I never got to be like, oh, am I in labor? Like, I never got to do any laboring at home and stuff like that. And I'm really, I don't want to say like I really want to do that, because I don't want to have these unrealistic expectations about my birth and how things are going to go. Like, I know not to have a birth plan. I know not to have like these expectations of, you know, having a healthy full-term labor, just because my chances of having preeclampsia again are pretty high, and I know that. And so if I get the birth that I want, like, that's really great, and that would be a dream come true. But I don't know, maybe I need to start watching like positive induction birth vlogs or something. But anyway, if you haven't, I mean, if you're watching this video, I'm sure you've already watched like a million birth vlogs, but they're just so fun, and watching them makes me so excited to film my own. So yeah. Another really cool thing that I did this week was I bought a couple of things. So there's this website, I think it's called Gownies. I'll link it down below. But if you're super extra like myself and you want to wear your own stuff in the hospital during your labor and delivery, you can buy like labor and delivery gowns, and they snap and everything, and they have like snaps in the back. I don't like going to the hospital and wearing their gowns, because first of all, they open in the back, and so you have to like wear one in the front and one in the back if you want to walk around, which I do. Like, I can't stand like being strapped to a bed if I don't have to be. So like in the beginning for me, when I'm, you know, just starting on Pitocin or whatever, I like to be able to walk as much as I can until I can't take the pain anymore, and then I get my epidural. But anyway, I like to wear my own hospital gown. So I went to this website there, it's called Gownies, and they make these, oh, maybe it's called Baby Be Mine. I don't know. If you search Gownies or Baby Be Mine or Baby Be Mine and Gownies, you'll find it. But I got this labor and delivery dress, and I think it's too big. So I was between they only come in like small, medium, or large, extra large. And I was like, well, a lot of the clothes that I bought from Shein are large, and they tend to fit just fine. And I know that I still have a lot of like growing to do and stuff, so maybe it'll be okay, but it's it's like really, really big. So, and I know my belly's gonna be big, so I don't know. I might be returning it to get another size. I still have to try it on. But this is the gown that I got, and it's like pink and floral. I think it's really fun, and it opens in the front like this, so that they can access like your belly and everything. And then it opens all the way in the back. It has snaps all the way down the back, and then it has snaps up at the shoulders so that you can easily breastfeed. and you can get like in and out with your cords and everything. So that's great. That's like the first thing that I've bought for like the labor and delivery. See, I said like I'm getting excited for the delivery. And then so precious. I also got this little matching set for Lily. So it's newborn size, and it comes with a little hat and the little gown, and it's like these kinds where they just kind of pull over the head. And I will bring some little socks and stuff for her feet. And it has this little hat, which actually looks kind of big. But anyway, I still have to wash them, so they should shrink down a little bit. But anyway, so there's that little matching outfits for us. And then I also, it's not open yet, but I bought the pillowcase that matches just because I'm extra like that. And then I also got this little like robe thing to wear over the gown just in case I'm, you know, cold or whatever. And this one I actually did get in the small medium size, and this looks a lot more reasonable. Plus I can wear it like, you know, after labor. It's just like a regular robe. Well, maybe not. I guess I don't know. I mean, for now it fits. I guess I wouldn't want it to be like super huge, right? Because then I would definitely not be able to wear it after labor. And I know that I'm not going to be able to wear the labor and delivery gown like a lot. I could wear it as like a night thing after. But it was, you know, a small purchase for myself just to feel good about myself in the hospital and to feel more comfortable and more like I'm at home. And to me, that's important. And I know a lot of people are like, that's crazy, like just wear the hospital gown. But whatever I can do to feel like a little more in control of my birth situation. You know, if you haven't heard my stories, you can go back, but I've had a couple of fairly traumatic birth experiences, and just whatever I can do to make myself feel a little more in control of the birthing situation and a little more at home, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm excited. I am really starting to get excited for the birth, and I'm not like ready to prep my hospital bag yet, but I will do a video on that probably third trimester, like early third trimester, because my bag needs to be ready to go, you know, as soon as I'm probably 30 weeks. But yeah, that was my first like real purchase for Lily and for myself, having to do at the birth. So I am excited. I can't wait. I don't know. I'm starting to get really excited for this birth. So. All right, and the countdown is on to my anatomy scan, which is this Friday. It's only 4 days away. I could not be more excited. I cannot wait to see her in person. I'm not worried about her because I feel her kicking all the time. I mean, constantly. Like last night, I was falling asleep and I had my hand on my belly, and she kicked so hard, like right when I was in that place between awake and asleep, and it like jolted me awake. So anyway, I'm not worried about her being, you know, like alive in there or anything. I know she is, and I can feel her, and she's tends to have a party when I'm trying to sleep. But I'm just excited to see, you know, I want to see her little profile, and I want to see her little hands and her little toes. And I don't know, I'm just so excited to see my Lily and see what she looks like. And I will have all of those pictures and stuff next week during my update. So stay tuned for that. So speaking of my Lily girl, she is the size of, what is this called? Oh my gosh. I want to call this an avocado. I know that's not right. This pregnancy brain is so real. Artichoke. She's the size of an artichoke, and I'm not even sure, like she's 5.5 inches from crown to rump, and I'm not even sure this is 5.5 inches. Like she's getting for real big now, and I don't know, 5.5 inches, that's so cute. She's so big, and we will know on Friday like her actual length, not just a guesstimate, and we'll be able to tell her percentile and everything for size. I know it's a guess at this point, but both of my girls, Chloe and Nina, at our anatomy scan, they were 80th percentile for like size. So I don't know, we'll see. And then obviously they were both born early, and they were, you know, barely 6 pounds, both of them, but they probably would have been closer to 8 pounds had they gotten, you know, all the way to term. So I'm just excited to see, you know, this little girl. Is she big? Is she small? Like, what is she doing in there? So yeah. And then in terms of development this week, she has her nervous system is developing and she is yawning and hiccuping in there. And I know that pretty soon I'm going to start feeling the hiccuping. That was one thing with my prior pregnancies that was really, oh, hello, you're awake now. That was really, really memorable was the hiccuping, because you feel like your whole belly just like jerk. And yeah, I think even at the end I could put Pete's hand on my belly and he could feel like the whole thing just like shake every once in a while. And yeah, both of my kids had hiccups strongly and it was just so cute. I thought it was super fun. And then another thing about Lily this week is that her hearing is fully developed. So she can hear just like anyone else can hear. And we've started like doing this thing where I'll play music on my phone and like put it up to my belly. If I notice she's already awake, like I try not to wake her up if I know she's sleeping, but if she's like moving a little bit, I'll put my phone up to my belly with music and she will like boom, boom, boom. Like I can put Pete's hand on my belly if I'm playing music and he'll feel her kick like 10 times. Like she just goes absolutely crazy. She loves music and it's just so fun starting to like experience that kind of thing with her where she has like likes and stuff. I don't know. It's just so cool getting to know her as a person and seeing the things that like get her moving and stuff. It's so fun. So if you haven't tried that and you are the same amount of weeks that I am, go ahead and play some music into your belly and see what happens. I think it's really fun. That is about all I have for this week. If you are new here, comment down below. Let me know who you are and where you're at in your pregnancy. I would love to hear from you. It is so fun hearing from you guys, reading the comments and stuff. Like, I can't believe that so many people are watching these videos and commenting. It's just been such a highlight for me and it's so fun to have a community. So thank you guys so much for watching and for liking the videos and commenting and subscribing. It is just so fun to feel like I have this whole community of support behind me with my pregnancy and to connect with other mamas. So thanks guys for that. And I will see you next week for my 19-week update. Bye.
Talking about exponential growth and a stock market crashing and a portfolio